think just shooting the basketball from the perimeter, because he spends a lot of time working on his shot. He's an athletic guy. He has a quick first step. But his overall game, and I think the key for him, not settling for three-point shots, even though he's improved his shot. It reminded me of myself my sophomore year in college. I shot some threes and I started settling for them. But it wasn't my game as of yet until the next year. So I think for him to consistently still drive the ball, attack the offensive glass, and make plays off the dribble as opposed to settling for a lot of three-point shots.
I heard that Christian's not playing with the brace anymore.
No, he's not. He's doing a good job. I mean, if you hadn't seen him before, you wouldn't think that he had knee surgery. And again, he's put the work in, he's put the time in, physically improved his body, and he's competing out there. And I think when you go through something like that, 'cause I've had 4 knee surgeries, that's a mental thing you have to get over, and he's done a great job of getting over that mental hump, and we continue to push him and not allow him to worry about things. That's part of it. Whatever happens with that, it happens. He has to go out and play the game now. Try to have fun and play.
Talk about Jabari. I think you're probably going to get a million questions about him on Thursday. Just kind of your assessment of where he's at, and I think a lot of people think that he's a guy who could make the jump to the next level. And do you think he's close to that type of point right now in his game?
Well, for me as a coach, it's one day at a time. That's how I approach it with him. Have fun and playing the game. Take what the game gives you. But you got to compete and you got to play hard all the time. And I think those things he's learning to do on a consistent basis. Now, as far as making jumps, that's between him and his family. My job as a coach is to put him in a position to do that. I think part of you as a coach is helping your guys meet their dreams. But my thing is coaching a 15-man crew every day and put them in the best situation to be successful.
Do you think this team is going to be where kind of you hoped it would be by game one? Do you think it's getting into that shape, or?
I don't know that, because I don't know what I really hope. You want guys. For me, it's always defend, rebound, and play hard. Because I think those things you can control. Now, are we there yet? No. We got plenty of work to do from a physical standpoint, to being able to go through some, dealing with tough times. I think last year we hit with a lot of adversity. We didn't keep fighting through in some situations. We got to be able to fight through some adversity. Then when you lose a guy like Cobb, who's a guy that's a playmaker that make plays down the stretch, the ball's in his hand, you have to identify that guy now. So we're going through those things as we speak.
It seemed like Kravish was kind of a guy who already was kind of stepping into a leadership role last year. How much more is it now so that he's a senior?
He's done a great job, I think. But a very intelligent young man, but also he works hard, so that's a plus for him. He's a guy that understands how to play. He's played in big games, but he works extremely hard, so guys respect that. It's one thing to be a senior and talk about it, but he's gone through the fire, he's battle-tested, and he backs it up.
Cool. That's all I got.
How do you see the point guard minutes shaken out? There was talk about maybe seeing Tyrone there a little bit. Kyle obviously is a true point guard. We've got Brandon coming in.
I don't know yet. I mean, just whoever earns it. I think all 3 of those guys have an opportunity to be at that position. They're fighting for the starting position. And it really comes down to whoever earns it, and we're working on that as we speak.
How have you seen the buy-in as far as the defensive intensity you're looking to have all game long? I mean, in the past, we've seen it here and there, spurts, but not full games. Do you see them buying into the point where you can really emphasize that all game long?
I don't know if it's necessarily buying anything. This is what we're doing. They're part of a program, so they're bought in if you're part of this program. I think the biggest key is you have to go through it. It's one thing to talk about. You can do it in spurts in practice. You have to go through and be in situations to fully understand what it means to be at a high level defensively.
So obviously there's been a lot of success in the strength and conditioning program. You mentioned Coach Nick earlier. Guys have added typically 10, 15 pounds, have gotten a lot stronger, their cardio is a lot better. Have they seen significant improvements in their games? Have they been able to play at a higher level for longer periods of time because of that?
I think so. We condition it. We don't do a lot of outside conditioning. Everything we do is on the floor. Nick does a great job with that as well. We get up and down the floor, so you can see the conditioning from that standpoint. Also, you can see the guys' stature, their bodies as they've improved. We're just really going through the practice, taking hits, being able to bounce back from practices. Normally, this time of year, guys go down with injuries, some small injuries, some major, but I think our guys have been able to maintain and fight through those.